He rallied the residents and won a seat on the Braintree School Committee. He hopes to be the second shot voter around the world. Matt said the public schools are heading into some tough years, and he wants to be a part of the rebuild. Now is the time to stand up and get involved. Thank you for doing so, Matt.
Thank you. I appreciate the folks at Grassroots Alliance for putting this on tonight. It's pretty good. My name is Matt Lynch, and 1 year ago I earned the pronouns terrorist and insurrectionist.
Happy Insurrection Day!
I know, happy Insurrection Day. So 1 year ago, my life kind of had a big change. You know, I was actually sitting in a hotel room, probably right around this time, and we had gone down there to, you know, protest the election, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, all that crazy stuff happened. We didn't take any part of that. We didn't go in, and we were sitting in our hotel room, and once again, the media's lying, they're gaslighting people, they're lying about the day. I had friends texting me like World War III's going on. I'm like, guys, what are you talking about? None of that really happened. So obviously the media was lying again. So I was like, this is going to be the time that I'm going to fight. So I put a picture up on Facebook. Next thing you know, I'm getting calls of domestic terrorists all over town. You know, my name was slandered all over there. Little do they know, I kind of wanted it. I know it sounds a little crazy, but I had been thinking for a little while, you know, all these great speakers before are awesome. I mean, listen to Donna, and she's like the battlefield commander on this. She can say all of it. I mean, she's been doing it for a really long time. She sees exactly what went on before even I was paying attention. But so I saw that was going on in the schools for the past decade, so I had to talk to my boss probably a few months before I went down in January, and I was like, this is probably going to be my last year, you know, the schools. So before we started calling it critical race theory, gender theory, to me it was just progressive ideology, and I had seen it, and I was like, this is kind of messed up. Like, we're kind of lying to kids. I kind of wanted to do something about it, so I had an idea of running for school committee, but with this climate, and I don't know if you guys know Braintree at all, we have a pretty big activist group on the left in Braintree, and they're very, very well organized, and they know how to get stuff done. So in order to get by them, I kind of knew, I was like, well, you know, I had to get canceled first, right? Because, you know, they come after you. You know, everyone knows people are afraid to talk these days. Right? If you say something, if you're a teacher, you say something on the line, they'll come after you. They'll come to your job. They'll come to your kids. And all these terrible things. So the way I looked at it, well, I took my job. You know, I took my reputation. So when I'm running, what can they really do? So this kind of campaign season, you know, I saw Jeff up there where he's talking, he's running around to different rallies. My campaign was nothing like that. I mean, probably a high school kid could have ran my campaign. I bought some signs, some hats. I opened a Facebook page, made a cool slogan, "Make Braintree Once Again." Got a lot of people pissed off. And so we put a battle online, but you know, the support I have, all these people reaching out to me, being like, "Thank you, Matt. Finally, somebody's saying the things we can't say." You know, we feel the same way. So many people are upset. The past 2 years have been nuts. I mean, all the power has been centralized. It's gone all the way from parents. It's gone all to the large teaching unions in the state. So I want to think ahead each other the next couple of months. I know it's a teaching union in the state. It's bold. Right? Because the hands, it comes back down. So the parents running things. You know, Braintree, we're a very, you know, loyal town. You know, it's not something we're good with people. But it's always kind of family first type motives. And what I noticed, the school was kind of getting involved in that. They weren't listening to parents. Parents were getting pissed. Kids weren't learning, nothing was getting accomplished. So last Monday, I swore in to Braintree School Committee, and I have no idea what to do with it. But I really am excited. You know, I've said to people I might be the wrong person for the right reasons. You know, I worked in Braintree for over 10 years, coach. Probably a better mentor than I was teaching. I loved working with kids. It was awesome. So many of these kids now, you see it, they lack this confidence. Like, they just no one has confidence anymore. I love kind of working with them. I saw someone saying that. I love working with them, and it's kind of a job I want to do for the rest of my life, but you see what's going on, someone kind of had to step up and kind of make a move. And once I did it, you know, the people in town, they were shocked. I mean, we got 2,300 votes, kind of out of nowhere. And kind of gave the town some hope that we could start moving this in the right direction. Now, I've been villainized. I made international news when I won the UK papers, which I was pretty proud of. But I was excited. The reason why I came tonight, I mean, obviously I started January 6th, it was awesome, but I've kind of been following this through and seeing what you guys are building. And, you know, I was talking about it earlier, you know, our sports come on the 15th of Boston. Realistically, in the next 6 months to a year, they'll probably come to Mass unless we kind of step up and start fighting it now. And everybody knows what follows as the social credit system for the next generation. So it's these things where, in the past, I was in the Air Force for, you know, 6 years in the Guard, three and a half active. And I was an intel analyst. And I kind of thought this, you know, the modern world, this fifth generation unrestricted war. And when I got back to the schools, because I was teaching first and I went, and I kind of started seeing, like, what was going on, you know, this trend of stuff. And these kids, you know, they really weren't, they weren't learning, and they didn't care. There was no reason, like, to do anything anymore. They were just kind of going by to get by, and we kind of just pushed them out there. I mean, I don't know if everyone's from the South Shore here, but I love that. It was awesome, you know. I got up, I wanted to go to school in the morning. These kids, you know, kind of lost that, you know, type of feeling. And I think it's coming from higher ups, because I still think, like, I love Braintree schools, I love Braintree public schools. I'm not here to try to destroy the public schools, but they're headed in the wrong direction. And, you know, people have Braintree lost 500 kids just in the past year and a half. That's going to get worse before it gets better. In the next 5 years, it's going to be tough. So I looked at it, I was like, people would be like, well, why don't you fight it from it within, you know? Be teachers to fight it within. But if you say anything that goes against the grain, you know, they're coming after you, and you kind of lose your job. So now I'm invincible, and now I'm all their boss. I did put a stat, I don't know if anyone was on my Facebook page in October or November. It was actually the Hoop. You guys followed it. We actually took the war to the left. You know, they're really not, they don't really get it. I mean, the lefty there, Chomsky, he talks about things. Like keep people conservative or obedient. You have to, like, operate with a small, like, what you can say and what you can't say. I was saying everything you can't say. Politically incorrect, they call it. And they didn't really know what to do. They kind of, they were like, oh, what's this? Let's just say that. And I was like, yeah, we did, so we can do about it. But we got elected. Monday's our first meeting. You know, it was a great presentation with the masks up here. So our meeting's at one of the middle schools on Monday, and they have the mask mandates. There's no way in hell I'm wearing that mask when I'm up in there, so we'll see what the mask is for. You know, the family built this country. It's kind of what the basis of this country is, so I'm not quitting on this country. I'm not running. I don't want to run to Florida. I don't want to run to the South. We'll stay here and fight, you know. They did 250 days for the weekend, so. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It's such a pleasure to meet you. I've been following you for a while. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for all you do for serving. So next up tonight we have Dr. Diggs, who is over on our floor a little while ago in private practice. He endorses treatment of COVID-19 prior to the need of hospitalization.